I was just listening to one of my favorites, Allie Emmett, and I found out that Christelyn is gone. Her channel is either hidden or it's gone. I don't know which one. And how it happened, I don't know if she was flagged down or she was getting flagged and she decided to actually hide her channel. I don't know which one it is. But the Queen Bee, the Queen Swirler, is right now defunct. She has been thrown over the waterfalls, and we have yet to see whether she'll be revived. But for now, the Queen Bee is gone. The Queen Swirler is gone. The Swirlers are on hiatus for the most part. And the ones that are remaining are very, very tame right now. So while it might not be a complete victory at the end of the war, the gender war online on YouTube seems to have turned its tide. As predicted, Donald Trump in 2017 turned the tide of the gender war online as we know it. And in 2018, it seems to be a rout. As I have said before, I am just like my stocks. I am a technical trader. I go by the techniques. I go by the environment. I read the tea leaves. I read the breadcrumbs. I don't go into the back and forth emotions about what one another says, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. All human beings in particular, and black folks especially, your environment defines what you do and who you are and how you act. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of ground to cover and a long ways to go, but for now, the tide has turned. The gender war online as we speak seems to be, if not over, on its way out. I've noticed a lot of conciliatory talk where women are starting to get the message. Black women in particular are starting to get the message. I don't know if it's because of our work, or it's because of the environment, or Donald Trump being in office, and automation coming in, that kind of stuff, or it's just a combination of all of them. I would like to say we took and had a part in this about getting the conversation started and pointing things out and getting this message out to the masses that these memes, because memes actually replicate themselves. They're like viruses. They actually replicate themselves out in the public. And I would like to think that our little small circle has done a great job of spreading out these memes. And since the women didn't have any answers, you can only scream and throw mud on the wall, or should say snack packs on the wall, as Tommy Sotomayor would say, and not get results. And they weren't getting results. And in this environment, even the white men weren't taking up their cause. There's only so many ways you can overpromise and underdeliver. And even women, no matter how much they believe or how emotional they are, they're going to start to take notice that this ain't working. And so I've noticed over the past year or so that the women have been looking inward and finally realizing that they have to take responsibility for themselves. And as harsh a critic as I have been towards women, and black women in particular, I've always said that they need to take responsibility for themselves. And like I tell black men all the time, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. And as I do believe, I can't remember the play by Shakespeare. I do believe it was Julius Caesar, where there was a line that says, "I came not to praise Caesar, I came to bury him." And black folks are starting to realize, and black women in particular are starting to realize. And white folks didn't come to praise you, they came to bury you. And whether you love, like, hate, scold, can't stand black men, at the end of the day, for the most part, we all you got. We it. And when black men start to jump over the barriers and jump over the wall, because at the end of the day, a man is a man and a woman is a vessel. And when women of other races or other ethnic groups notice that a man is a man and they need a man, and a black man is available and she's making a better offer, and those men as a group start going that way, sooner or later black women will get the message. And I think they're starting to get the message, because the bread line is drying up. They're running out of supplies. Good men of all stripes are getting smaller and smaller in number. There's only so many chairs at the dance. And if you ain't got one, you ain't got one. It don't matter what color it is. And the Latinas, the white women, and the Asian women have figured that out. I'm gonna get me a seat, and I don't care what color it is. And black women have been up against the wall with their arms folded, said, I don't need to sit down. I don't need no man. I don't need no chair. I don't need to sit down, even though I got these 5-inch heels and my feet hurt like a motherfucker. And they get pissed when a white woman, an Asian woman, an Hispanic woman pulls up that jet black chair and sits her smooth little ass down on it and kicks off her shoes and gets relaxed. They get pissed. So now black women are starting to look for them chairs. Okay, they're going back up against that wall for them folded little black chairs that they cast aside, and trying to get them before somebody else does, so they can sit their ass down and take the shoes off. Because when the music stops and you got to sit down, all them chairs are going to be taken. And you're going to be standing up against the wall with your sisters, twisting your neck, talking shit. And at the end of the day, you're still standing up against that wall with your feet hurting. And the music has stopped and the war is over. And who's left out in the cold? I'm just saying. Now, do I think Christelyn will be back? I think she'll be back. Do I think we'll see Brooklyn Blue again? Possibly. The bad pennies always turn back up. Those are the ones that always cut your finger when you put your hand in your pocket. But for now, we have an armistice. Even the female trolls don't come through like they used to. Ah, Christelyn, we knew ye well. In some ways, I'm going to actually miss the gender war. Kind of spice things up. Not much of a fight without an opponent. And the stupid stuff they said was a gift that kept on giving. But every well dries up. Every topic gets old. And every page has to be turned. So now that the armistice has been put in for black men in the black manosphere, what's next? Shall we go on to the next war, or shall we keep fighting the old one that doesn't exist anymore? Sort of like the old Soviet Union. You know, the one that kind of like died like 30 years ago that we keep pointing to? Anyway, with that, I'm going to jump off of here. This is BGS out, and I will see you guys on the next one.